So guys, right, you know when you look at a swing, you look at a sort of a style of swing, if you're looking at these two here, it's almost like you know that they're going to hit a pure, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like you can just see the structure, see the side bend, the arm, the compact with the shaft points, the wrist positions, and it's almost like it's just going to be hit so good, isn't it? Have a look at McIlroy's swing here in 2011 when he won the US Open by 8 shots. If you get a chance to watch that, have a look on YouTube there. McIlroy, it's the best hitting I've ever seen. It's absolutely insane. And he's moved his swing around and changed it slightly from there. I wonder why he did that, but who knows? Just things happen along the way. Guys, we're looking at a style of swing here that's so much easier. And I'm going to take you through some incredible ball strikers. We're just seeing this shape, this position, by so many great ball strikers. The question is, and leave your comments underneath, have we seen better players, better ball strikers, right, with lower compact swings or higher swings? Right. My true belief is for over 90% of the golfers out there, a compact lower swing, in the way that they do it correctly with the shoulder plane, it's easier, right? So we've been testing this for a long time. We're just seeing the results that over 90% of players, it's easier for them to get it on plane. They can transfer the speed of the club to the speed of the body. They stay centered. It's easier to hit the ball from the inside and shallow your golf swing. And that's why we're seeing this position over and over again. And this style of swing, we've put together a fantastic series on the WorldClassGolf.com called Deep to Shallow. And I want to thank everyone for the feedback. It's really been overwhelming. And it's great to break it down and show people how to get the swing into a position like this, because of the chain reaction. It really just makes it so much easier. Let's go through some of the numbers here, right? And we look at the averages of movement, because if you're building a position, you need to look at evidence-based material. The tour average, we measure things these days, right? So when you're looking at turns and tilts and speeds and all sorts of things, you get in there and you can measure them. And I'm working with some of the world's leading biomechanic instructors, and we got pure facts and evidence-based material. Now, the shoulder tilt and turn with your mid to high irons, when you're looking at it, you're looking between 39 and 45 degrees. With amateur golfers, when we're measuring them, they're often in the mid-20s to high 20s, and it's a huge problem. The lead arm position that we see here is actually lower than the original, or the shoulder plane. Okay, now both players have actually, everyone's into these craze these days of getting it straight back onto plane. But you see, both of these players are actually slightly inside. And guys, seriously, when you do this, it doesn't mean you're going to be steep when you come into the golf ball. This is a great way for a lot of people out there that are struggling to coming in too steep into their entry. Let's go through a few other players here as we explore some of the best of all time. Arnold Palmer at the top, very powerful, and he's well over the average there at 53. And the lead arm, down at 48. So if you can bend your body down like that, that's remarkable strength. But in a way, a similar position. Matt Kuchar being one of the best ball strikers really in world golf, and being known for a very low and compact swing, around 41. Their lead arm obviously lower. The advantage is that your elbow's already on the original shaft plane. So if you can get a stronger grip and you get this position, it makes it easier to split down that shaft plane and bring that club in behind your hands. Film your swing with your mobile phones. That's what we're showing you how to do on World Class Golf Instruction. It's a really, really important part of getting in there and working on your game. Right, who else have we got here? We saw Greg Norman, what a ball striker. The great white shark at the top, changing his swing over the years, actually, from a very high and flowing swing, as we can see here on the left side, and then later on in his career, really lowered it down, 40-degree shoulder plane, lead arm lower than that. We can also see Olazabal, one of the best iron players, two-time Masters champion. And so I'm just showing you these positions to really get your interest and get your trust. This position, rather than, I suppose, a lot of the positions where we could see great flowing swings and champions with, higher arm positions. The thing is, when you're looking at the club player, the normal golfer, once they start getting the shoulders a little bit flat, they start getting the arm up, this, for a normal golfer, is extremely difficult to bring it in, like Tom Watson, is so skilled and does it so easily to bring that club in behind the hands. Very difficult to do. And that's why, you've got to sort of, if you're struggling with your ball striking, you want a different direction, this is the thing for you. If you're coming in steep and you can't get rid of it, this is the area for you. If you're a high swinger and you're swinging nicely and you're slotting the club, you don't need to move in this direction. But there's so many people. How many of you really feel like you're hitting it really, really solid? And that's the thing. I mean, we've seen Hogan, we've seen so many great ball strikers with the deeper shoulders. And we've got Robert Rock. What a golf swing this is. With the drive, you're going to see the plane. It's not as much. You're into the low 30s. But you can also see how compact that position is. It really is like a machine. And I'll just take you through. Well, have a good look at this golf swing. It really is Robert Rock from England. What a golfer and what a golf swing. Compact, pure. And I'll just play it to you from the front view so you get a bit of an idea of what it looks like from this view here. Have a look at this. It's just pure, isn't it? Absolute remarkable golfer. Right, let's have a look now at some of the higher swings and some of the club golfers. I'm going to show you now where the club golfers are, and there's a massive chance, people, that your shoulder plane is nowhere near this level that we're looking for. And this system that I'm using to draw the angles is the V1 Pro system that's on sale on World Class Golf. It's a remarkable price for $99, normally around $500, and it's just a deal of the century. And you can get in there and draw your lines and your angles. And if you're part of World Class Golf Instruction, we're showing you all the different series and how to improve your short game. There's an online lesson package. Fantastic deal. All right, guys, let's get now into some of the club players and see actually what they're doing and how that looks. So, guys, look at the club golfers, and really when you look at a swing like that, you get to the top of the swing, you probably think, yourself, you're filming it. This is what people don't notice. They're like, oh, it looks pretty good. It's actually really, really flat, those shoulders, and we can see it around 24 degrees. Now, to get any pressure on the golf ball, everyone wants to press the ball out, right? So, the arm's just going to come over. What happens a lot is the shoulder and the upper body, they just don't work quite right. And instead of, the shoulder coming underneath a little bit, it comes over. We see a lot of heel hits. You see that there? You see that club coming over the ball? Sort of get that lot of heel hits, cutty, pulley, sockety. Just you can sort of skinny it with a bit of a divot. You're not quite getting the entry. It's just coming in a bit steep there. And so really, people like that are trying to then shallow out the plane, but actually, they're not doing it. So we're just seeing that position at the top by, so many players here, 18 degrees. And even with the driver, we're seeing a lot of players that, they come over the top, but you have to come over the top to literally hit it, right? So, because if you come from the inside, you're just going to plow back into here somewhere from that position. So, we've got to get ourselves working on the right things. We've got to get ourselves looking at the correct information. I think it's really, really important to sort of understand and see what we're working on, how to work on it, the different drills, the different exercises, the different feels. Let's have a quick look now at some of the more upright swings. Because a lot of people out there, we don't all need to swing, with a low swing, and we've seen some great players, but for a lot of people out there, it just really is difficult to swing the club up and get everything to sort of match up. And let's have a look at a couple of those great players. So the higher swings, we can see that the lead arm from Justin Thomas is up into a 60, 62 degree area. We see that Bubba Watson, I've turned around her right hander at 68 degrees. So they've got the arms up high. Now you've got different body types, right? You've got your endomorph, that's sort of like your stocky, perhaps a bit rounded or a rounded shaped person. You've got your ectomorph, which is, the long, lanky, thin-chested players, perhaps like these two here. And then you've got your mesomorph, which is your real athlete, perhaps, looking around the Adam Scott or Tiger Woods area. That's not always the case. It frustrates me there that just because you've got that type of build, you have to swing in a certain mold. It doesn't work like that. We look at Matt Kuchar, who's 6'4", long and lanky, and he's got the lowest swing on tour. And it really just depends on your swing style and not always how your body is. By measuring, there's some instruction out there where you're measuring the length of forearms and things to determine the way you swing. It's a little bit too much.
World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction.
So guys, right, looking at the slot position, you know, still when you're looking at these top players, you'll be seeing the shoulder planes. And look at that, right down here, 40 degrees. And so you still got your averages and movement. So, I mean, to reach your ball striking potential, you still want to get inside some of these averages of movement, right? Whether or not your lead arm's on your shoulder plane, under it or over it. But it's still bringing this club down and the ability to repeat shots, isn't it, you know? But these skilled athletes, they're so balanced. It's quite remarkable what they do with their hands and their wrists, and they're able to bring this club down and slot it in this zone, in this position. And not many people out there can. I definitely can't if I was going to swing up that high. Unfortunately, my club would come in too steep. But these guys are there for a reason. I'm looking at Tom Watson, high-flowing swing, great player, one of the most well-liked players of all time, bringing that club in behind the hands again. You see that there. So guys, yes, if you're looking for getting your hands on the right information, get in contact with me, WorldClassGolf.com, and we'll get you moving in the right direction. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. A bit of an eye-opener. Get stuck into the deep to shallow swing style on WorldClassGolf.com.